Hey toy fans, it's Roberto here doing another unboxing, and this time it is a Valaverse Action Force, and this is Trigger. This was from the Wave 2. He's the second figure in the line, and he just looks like he is just a bad dude. He's got a big gun. He's got the gun showing, and it's looking pretty cool. So on the side, we got a picture of the character, piece of comic book art in black and white. Not too bad. The yellow burst saying Trigger, who's 2 of 2 in the second wave. On the back, we have the other figures in the wave. Pretty good wave. My favorite bit, the file card. So we'll have to read that in a second. And something that they actually are coming through with recently right now, which is making me get around to these Action Force unboxings, are the actual action points. So if you're collecting these guys and you got 20 points now, you can go onto the Action Force website and redeem them along with it's like $22 in total for shipping the figure plus the figure with 20 points of action points, and you get Condor figure, which is pretty cool, like an exclusive one. So excited about that. He looks like Chuckles, but he's not supposed to be Chuckles, so regardless. Anyways, this is Trigger, looking cool. So that's Action Forces. Valaverse is always doing a lot of fun stuff. So I'm on board with mutilating my boxes, even though it's going against what I would normally do. But yeah, fun little mail away stuff is cool. So I'll pull the figure out, but let's read the file card as well. So this is Austin Buchanan, primary specialty, 11B automatic rifleman, secondary skills, 19D cavalry scout, 11C indirect fire, infantryman, birthplace, Fort Riley, Kansas. He's a staff sergeant in Action Force. Typical Army brats of a third generation infantryman. Trigger and his sister spent most of their childhood being shunted from military base to military base. They saw little of their father during this deployment and were raised primarily by their aunt after their mother died. The day after his high school graduation, Trigger enlisted in the United States Army. During Trigger's one tour, he served with distinction while battling pirates in Laos, helping evacuate the U.S. consulate in Panama and participating in hostage rescue operations in Chile. Due to his actions, Trigger has been given a special commendation and recommendation to the 101 Airborne Screaming Eagles by his commanding officer. Unfortunately, Trigger's arrival at Fort Campbell coincided with the dissolution of the United States. Dang, that's pretty heavy. Trigger opted to remain in Tennessee, though later review of documents reveals that although he continued to serve with the Republic of Tennessee's military, he neither formally enlisted nor applied for citizenship in the Republic. He was last stationed in Fort Tennyson, formerly NSA Mid-South Naval Base, before beginning his affiliation with Action Force. So, this dude's got a story. He's pretty well traveled and around and kicked some butt during his one tour and continued to do so after. So, cool. So this dude looks awesome. He's got a giant gun, which I like. Looks like he's got a giant sidearm as well. Bunch of hands. Looks like he's got a headset. So let's get him out. Looks cool. First things first, protected piece of plastic. Then it's got this nice little coating of plastic as well, and the figure, which is just in a very nice collector-friendly box, which is in there pretty snug. And if you wanted, you could probably just pop them right back in this thing when you were done displaying them or messing around with them, playing with them, whatever you're doing. But this guy is looking really cool. He's got his web gear on. That's pretty awesome. He's got a couple of holsters for his gun. Or he's got a holster and a canteen, it looks like. Unless there's something else going in there. He's got 2 trigger fingers locked and loaded already. Dude's got a real manly beard growing. Does his cap come off? No, I think it's molded on his head, which is fine. And his glasses seem to be molded on his face as well. Also fine. Like the Sergeant Slaughter's hat and glasses kind of flipped and flopped off, even though I love the figure. So I'm not mad at this, considering if this is the way they want him to look. That's pretty cool. I would have liked to be able to flip the hat around. Not gonna lie, but still a really cool looking figure. And if that is his signature look, then why not stick with it? What do we got here? He's got some pretty stiff legs going here. Let's see if I can loosen that up. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. Oh boy, he's good and stiff. What else do we got? Lots and lots of well, he's got all the cuts in the torso that you want, but his webbing is kind of just blocking just the look of it. But I'm pretty sure I can do whatever I want with the figure, regardless of the webbing. So it's because it's on pretty loose. Man, those legs though, he's got some pretty tight legs. So excuse me. You can see his pants are kind of covering his boots. And yeah, wouldn't be opposed to heating up the legs a little because they're a little tight, but could be that it's just kind of cool in my storage area where I had him. So maybe he just needs to warm up a little. Anyways, looks like he's got 2, 4, 6 extra hands, which is pretty nice. Let's see. He's got a little headset here. Pretty cool. I think Duster came with the same piece. I'm not 100% sure. But I know he had a headset as well. I think his kind of went onto his helmet, so that was kind of cool too. So awesome. He's got a headset. This is a big old pistol, which I'm sure he can hold well. And let's pop out one of these hands. Man, that hand it's really in there. There we go. Kind of a long peg on these Action Force guys when it comes to the hands. But let's see, what are we gonna put on there? Let's go with one of the open hands. What other type of hands has he got other than the fist? Looks like maybe this is like for holding a melee weapon or something along those lines. Or maybe you could put the headset in one of the hands, just gripping it. But this is usually my go-to other hand for the Action Force guys, just something to palm the heavy weapons that they got. Let's see. All right. Pretty cool. If he's kicking down a door or something, talking on his headset, actually taking the headset off. Awesome. Just awesome looking figure. He's got a bunch of pouches around his front and back. I don't know if they come off. Doesn't look like it, but pretty neat regardless. Just really cool. Just a really cool web gear. Then this can go there. Nice snug fit. And then he has his big heavy machine gun. It's out along with the stand. Let's see if I can pop this on real quick. Goes. Really awesome. Even the bullets got some paint on them. It's got his barrel there. That's pretty cool. The drum of bullets, so it's not too bad. Then I guess this is what his trigger finger's for. This big old gun. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, that's cool. Magazine. Or the drum bullets does just come out. Let's see if I can. Where did I go wrong? Here we go. Maybe I got too much arm in the way. Yeah. Okay. So this dude's awesome, and he's definitely killing some swarm or scarabs or whatever he's coming across. He looks like he is definitely kicking butt and chewing bubblegum at the same time. So that's not too bad. Really looks cool. Will probably look awesome next to whatever type of figures you want to put them next to. But for a military figure, for Action Force, looking great. So here's the scarab. If I stand him straight, how big is this figure in comparison to the scarab? They're around the same size. He might be a little bit smaller because the scarab's got this just a bigger, bulkier head and armor piece. He doesn't really got. He's just showing off the guns, but he's a big boy, you know. So there's that. Next to one of his partners, the Steel Brigade, and just great looking. Look at these figures are just so cool. So yeah, he's a little bit smaller than the Steel Brigade, it looks like, but I just think it's just because he's just got the what do you call it? Just the wife beater on, and nothing else. The Garrison figures, pretty big figure as well. Just this dude's awesome though. I'm really liking him. Let me grab one of the larger scale Joes just to see how he stands against like Gung Ho or something. This Gung Ho's that's a pretty beastly figure. So Gung Ho, I think, is definitely bigger than Trigger. Just yeah, he's a solid like half a head taller, but pretty cool. So this figure's awesome though. If you're in the Valaverse, could do worse than picking up the Trigger finger. So or just Trigger. He looks awesome. Got some good hand options, file card. You got a stand if you need it. Kind of bulky, but you know, I'd rather have one than not. And his He can talk on his radio while he's killing Swarm. So yeah, I'd rather have this dude on your side than not. That's for sure. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Trigger, if you picked him up, or what's your favorite figures in the Action Force, and what you're looking forward to. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.